Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And away we go from East Rutherford. Fielded at the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield.
I'll tell you what, this quarterback will sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Now McCarthy. This one will not connect. That's incomplete. They are testing this coverage on the opening drive, but it's holding up so far. 3rd down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Got his man. This is McMillan. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. It's caught right side by Fryermuth. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Another throw here for McCarthy. He's got it in the red zone. He's in 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Hubbard runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. Escapes the defender. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
They've got first down here from the 36. Here's Hall once more. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going play action. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
The give on 2nd to Hall. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Pass play on 1st and 10. He has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close. That edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Listen, everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. The Panthers have taken the early lead. More from MetLife coming right up. Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Jets, they've got to look towards that end zone. He'll work against the blitz. That one's incomplete in the end zone. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive. Third down from the gun. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Jets finish off their opening drive. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Jets into the nickel, 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Toss play, this is Hall. And a decent run, gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. look to throw. He has the first over the middle. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets take a second quarter lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
At their own 28-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
McCarthy throwing here. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
McCarthy trying again on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's that may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
On third and long, it's McCarthy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Hall. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
All gets it again on 2nd down. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. A pickup of 17. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Throw here, 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He's making a bid for it. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Now That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. They give to Hall on the draw. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for second down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Set up the screen here for Hall. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Back to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Running out of chances. Here's third and goal. Throwing from the gun. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with fourth and goal.
Brings up fourth and goal.
Field goal try upcoming from the Jets. A very short kick here from the right hash.
That's the type of long, sustained drives that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. McCarthy to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
At the 29-yard line.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now it's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. He's going to let this go. Deep, intercepted in the end zone. And the Jets watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. Now is Cook to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for them from the 31. We start the half with a give to Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. They go right back to Hall. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
8. 3rd down here. Need 8 on the play. Long. They're going to throw. Checks it down the hall. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
At their own 21-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Counter play, Hubbard. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. All set to go now from the 35.
Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at their 35.
Going to the ground again on first. Space on the right. He's got room. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game.
Panthers 14.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Jets first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you. I do it for myself. I go 0 to 1 real quick.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds the in route, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Trying to throw this from the gun. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Good work there to get it out of the deep end on their side. It's up near the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Howard gets it to start the drive. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
And he'll get it up to the 44. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of the main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd down, McCarthy to pass. And get this out quickly. It's McMillan. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Got his man. This is McMillan. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 43. Handoff out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Hubbard again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
They run again with Hubbard. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
1st and 10. It's Hubbard. Again, he's got room. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
From the red zone now. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go. Brock, they take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Here is Brooks. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Extra point is up and good from Sly. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead.
21, Jets 17.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Hartman with a return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Here's Hall running his own read. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Pass play now. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up third down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to throw. That is once again incomplete and consecutive incomplete. Completions have now pushed them to fourth down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they did.
And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. He's back to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Unable to connect with his running back. So that brings up 4th and long. It's a very important field goal for Joey Slye. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in right side. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Hall running between the tackles. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up to pass. Connects with his back. Hall. He has room past the 25. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. That one goes for 31 yards. And it's good for a New York first down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or a dude shredding a defense just like that.
A New York touchdown. The Jets cut it to a point late in this one. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here he is to throw. This connects with Higgins. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. And that's by Kreese's time. 16 seconds to go. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. An entire game now hangs on this attempt by Joey Sly. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Doesn't look like it has the leg, and it falls well short of the posts. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. And in overtime here, Brock, I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those two drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires. Well, both teams have battled not just each other over 4 quarters, Brock, but these elements as well, and it's not letting up. Overtime is underway. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New York to the line, first and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on second down. Here's Hall once more. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Trying to extend this overtime drive. They only need 1 yard. This is third down. They go right back to Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Punt team on the field. And in overtime, this has to be struck well. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
At their own 36-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10. Now it's his turn in overtime. Vacates quickly left side. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that out.
And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Drifting towards a possible tie, but they could avoid that outcome, partner. If they can do something here, ready to operate on second down. Up the middle, Hubbard. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be third down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that'll leave them with just one remaining in overtime. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Now hang on a moment. I think we've got an injured player out there. Yeah, that's Chuba Hubbard being looked at following the play. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. It's a very important field goal for Joey Slye. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. It's running out of steam, and it falls just short. It's no good. And we're going to keep playing on in OT.
They sure gave him a chance, Kate. They went for the field goal that could have won the game. Safe to say, and this is the hard part about it being a kicker, is that image is going to flash through his head for a long time. But for now, we play on. Let's go.
Working now from the gun. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Trying to set this up quick.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing it on 2nd down. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll have none remaining in OT. They'll bring out the punter here. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
At their own 17-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First and 10. It's McCarthy. It's caught by Hubbard. He reaches the sideline. Clock stops, but the defense holds him to a gain of maybe 6 or 7.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And they'll be unable to stop the clock again here in overtime. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out.
3rd and 9.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. Give him 8 yards on that carry, and now they're just a yard away on 4th down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So overtime, a defensive battle, Brock. Didn't even see a field goal go through. And in the end, even after some bonus football, this one's going to finish in a tie. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Goodbye, everybody. Hope to see you again real soon.
you